So we're now to the engine part of the CT build, and I'm going to go through the engine and show y'all what we do and to get these ready for these bikes. Obviously the semi-automatic clutch is a lot of lore for people that like the CT. It actually has two clutches. So this is the centrifugal clutch and this is a manual clutch. The manual clutch operates from your foot, from the gear shifter. So when you move the gear shifter, it pushes this and depresses this plate down and disengages the manual clutch. So when you're doing gear changes, it's doing the same thing as a manual clutch. Once this is engaged from RPM, then it's always engaged once the RPM's up. So that helps it shift. We do this textured coating, powder coating on these covers. That's the customer's request. Some people like these smooth, but so far everybody that we have shown this has had it done, the crinkle coat. Another big horsepower gain is the 181 Neo setup. We have here a Grandfather's ported Neo head. It's very nice. These usually make about 25 horsepower. This particular build won't get any port work. We're just going to do the stock Neo. So it'll be a 181cc with the better head on it. This is the stock head, but we'll do the black Neo head with a 181 with the 5-speed and maintain the semi-automatic. So we're down to the oil pump here, and obviously we'll be upgrading this to a high flow oil pump. Most people don't know this, but the kickstart can be added to any of the Groms from 2014 all the way to 2021 US models, and on the Monkeys from the 2019 all the way to 2021 US models. Some machine work obviously has to be done to the cover, and I recommend using a Grom cover or a Kitaco cover. Here's that Takegawa oil pump here. I can show you it's a little bit thicker than the stock one here. It's going to move a lot more oil. I like these because they come fully assembled. All you have to do is, pump some oil through a prime it and put it on, and it's ready to go. All right, we got the head cylinder off. The Neo studs are a little bit longer, but the stock ones are longer on this side and short on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these over to this side, which will make these longer, and then the Neo kit comes with two studs for this side. So we'll jam nut trick, to pull these out, and then longer timing chain comes with the Neo kit, and then we'll be reusing the rockers out of the stock head, also the decompression off the cam, and also reusing your exhaust studs. All right, now we got it down to the case. We just got to take the case bolts out and pull it apart and put that 5-speed in. There's the engine cases apart, and that's the stock 4-speed. We'll be removing all of this and putting in the new Takegawa 5-speed. All right, transmission's out. We've got to retain stock shifter fork right, a bushing and a washer, and then the shifter shaft. Okay, we got that 5-speed Takegawa transmission put in there. Now we just need to clean the cases up, put the cases on there, and put the cases back together. All right, cases are back together, and now we can start torquing the cases back. All right, cases are back together. I always like to do this little comparison right here. Here's the 181, and here is the stock piston. There you go, little size difference in the cylinder board. Don't forget to gap your rings. All right, we got the piston and cylinder in, and we can put the head on next. Well, there's the head on. I got a little ahead of myself when I had to put the throttle body on it, but I just like the way it looks. Next, it's time to put in the tensioner wheels. This is our shop's, the Speed Shop roller bearing tensioner. Has the roller bearing lower wheel too, and this is way better than just a solid rubber roller that eventually comes apart, especially with anything with an aftermarket cam. So there we did a manual cam tensioner from Grandfather's and our shop's tensioner system, and there it all is together. We have a automatic tensioning system coming soon, but still under testing. a flywheel holding tool while you torque the flywheel and cam is a must. All right, we're back to this side of the motor. We have the shifter linkage, and this little part right here, that gap has to be machined down to where it's 22.4 millimeters of gap between the tips there. That's just quick Dremel work and some, calipers. Here we got the starter, high torque starter, clutch system, and all that in and torque back down. These few little pieces here literally just kind of sit here. One slides on the shaft here, this piece, but these, they literally just kind of hang there. So if you ever take this apart, I highly recommend use some wheel bearing grease on all these pieces so they stick, and then you can slide the cover on before they fall out of place. All right, so here's everything back on, and I just used grease to hold it, kind of holding it up there in place. This cover has to come off if you're cleaning your screen in here also, so just keep that in mind. And we're ready for the cover to go back on. Well, here she is, all finished up, everything torqued down and ready to get back in the bike. We'll do a follow-up video with us putting it in the bike and doing the first start on it.